Hi, Chef Emma here from Whistle Pig Korean to show you all how to make Korean street toast at home. This Korean street toast is a fusion recipe between Korean ingredients and American staple foods that a lot of Koreans had access to after the Korean War. This one here is one of my favorite breakfast foods to eat, something that I used to get a lot on my way to work in Korea. So here we are. We have all of our ingredients here. It is an egg with a vegetable filling. We got some ham and American cheese and butter there. We're going to also make a spicy ketchup that's gonna go on it. So we'll start off with making our spicy ketchup here. So I have regular ketchup. You can skip this step if you're not a fan of spicy food. I add some gochujang, however much you like, into your ketchup, depending on how spicy you like your food. And then you're just going to mix this all together. This is also really good on hamburgers or anything else that you would have ketchup with. So, super easy, just mix that up. We're gonna set that aside for now. Next, this is my dog, Crackers, and she's gonna be my helper today. So, we're gonna heat up our pan here. Got some butter. Throw in a little bit of butter into your pan. Let that start preheating. Next, we're gonna beat up some eggs here. Okay, so we're gonna beat up these eggs. And then we're going to add in the cabbage, carrots, and onions. So you definitely want to use very finely sliced cabbage here, finely shredded cabbage. It's going to be the green American cabbage. Don't use Napa cabbage because you want the extra crunchiness of the green cabbage, as well as some julienne carrots, which will add more crunch. And then some onions, scallions, once again, whatever vegetables you have. These are my little sous chefs here. They're just hoping I drop a piece of cheese on the ground. Okay, so now we have those all beat up. We're going to add in some of our cabbage here. I reserved some of it for later for topping the omelet that we're gonna make. Let's add that. Add some carrots, some sliced onions, and then some green onions for color. And as you can tell, it's a very, very veggie heavy. So it's gonna be a good amount of crunch into this little egg omelet that we are making. Next, we're gonna check this pan. And these are little Japanese egg pans that you can buy basically at any Asian store. They also have a wide variety available on Amazon if you want, or you can use a regular frying pan. It's just gonna be, you're not gonna quite have this same perfect square edges. Okay, so we're gonna let that heat up. And then, well, we're gonna multitask here. So we have another pan here that we're gonna toast up our milk bread in. If you can use homemade milk bread, which is what I have here. But since a lot of people don't have that, any very soft, fluffy white bread, in all honesty, kind of the cheaper white bread that you have, the better. You want it really light and fluffy. I've never made it with whole grain bread or a whole wheat bread. I'm sure you can, but traditionally you want that really light, fluffy bread there. So we're gonna heat that up. This pan is now preheated, so we are going to add in our egg. that in there. And then you're just going to spread it all out. And then over kind of medium high heat, you're gonna let this cook up there. Okay. So then that's cooking. This pan, we have a little butter in there, and we're gonna start toasting up our bread. So you want just whatever, if you can find milk bread in the store, that's awesome. If not, any very light, fluffy white bread will do. You can see that this guy's already starting to hold shape. And you just wanna let this toast and just make sure that it doesn't burn. And then you will use a fair amount of butter in this. So just to forewarn you, it is a delicious buttery bread. You're gonna flip it over. You can kind of lightly push it down just to make sure everything's getting evenly cooked in there. You want to check your bread, it's still toasting. Okay, now the secret ingredient to Korean street toast is sugar. I know it sounds a little strange, but believe me, it's the main thing that's really gonna take this egg sandwich over the top. So I just have some plain old granulated sugar here. What I like to do is once I know this other side has fully cooked and we're good, nice and golden brown, I'm going to sprinkle the sugar on top in an even layer over the top. And then what I like to do is I like to caramelize the sugar and give it a little bit of a crust. So I quickly flip it back over, just turn off the heat, and all that sugar is gonna melt and caramelize onto the top of this egg omelet. And then just keep on checking your bread. Okay, and now we're just gonna place this over, and you can see kind of that sugaryness on there. And then in the same pan, this is optional. If you are vegetarian, just omit this step. We're gonna take some ham, and we're just gonna heat it up and kind of brown it up a little bit here in the pan. To add a little bit more butter to my bread pan here. So with this, you could use bacon, you could use ham, anything that you'd like. So if you're not a fan of ham, you are more than welcome to use bacon, would also be delicious in this. So now that that's all nice and goldeny brown, stick that aside for now. And then check our bread here. It's getting nice and toasted. So we're gonna toast up this other side there. A little bit more butter. Nice and toasted. So Also with this one. This is their favorite dish, so they are patiently waiting, hoping to get a piece. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna pick the prettiest side to put on the outside of the bread. So that one's gonna be on the outside, that's gonna be on the inside. Either one of those does. So we'll start off with building this. Take off one piece of your toast, and then you're gonna smear a little bit of that spicy ketchup that we made on top. Then we're gonna grab your egg omelette here and place that on top of there. Next, we got a couple pieces of cheese. This is American cheese. Koreans love their American cheese. Once again, one of those staples from the US Army during the war. And now then, we'll use this side. We'll place on a little bit more of that spicy ketchup on there. If you're a fan of mayonnaise, you can do a little smear of mayonnaise as well. And then we add on some more of that fresh cabbage right there. And there you have your Korean street toast. That is Korean street toast.